What's up, YouTube? Hey, check it out. The other day I was listening to the local FM radio station, KTAR. There's an afternoon show with a couple clowns that call themselves Mac and Gaydos. Yes, it's spelled G-A-Y-D-O-S. I don't know. But that guy started ranting about a new bill that's going through the House here in Arizona, which it passed the House, and now they're just waiting for it to vote through. And I heard it the other day, so I got the other video of it because I had my camera and turned it on and recorded most of it while I was ranting, because I called that guy like a $3 bill, man. And sure enough, you know, he's upset because the new bill says that they're going to make it that married couples have priority on adopting children in Arizona. And I'm all for that, because I believe that children all, if possible, need a mother and a father role model as they grow up. Say if possible, because a nasty thing called divorce breaks up our families. And a lot of kids are single parent, you know, mother usually. So, of course, this guy starts ranting, and I knew where he was going with it. He says, well, they say it's, you know, single people don't need to adopt, but I know what they're doing. They're trying to keep gays from adopting. So, what's wrong with that? Again, all children need a mother and a father role model, no counterfeits. And, of course, divorce sucks, but you can't help it. At least the children was created with a man and a woman, and they had a mother and father. Divorce sucks, but it in no way justifies the perversions, which is placing kids with single parents, or, you know, for adoption, or single couples, or with, you know, same-sex couples. I mean, look at Frank Lombard, or Lombard, that was his name, Frank Lombard. That guy was a gay guy, not even married, because I forget where he was at, but he was living with another guy, and they adopted him a kid, and then adopted him another baby, both babies. They always get babies, because kids under 4 years old haven't learned human reproductive system, you know, or gender roles or anything, so they can take them into their, you know, alternative lifestyle and indoctrinate them with that. Versus an older kids usually get stuck in foster care, or they'll maybe some nice man and woman married couple will take them, but they don't want the older kids. They're not desirable for same-sex couples. Notice they always take, about 4 years old is usually the limit they'll take, because they know the kids already learned the truth. Older than that. So I'm all for Arizona doing this law. Arizona is a somewhat moral, conservative state. Good gun rights here. That's why I'm staying here. And Arizona is also one of the states that might, you know, claim their sovereignty from the rest of the freaking messed up federal United States, whatever we want to call it. You know, that way people like Barack Obama can't make blanket laws that affect everything. We want our, you know, our own laws. That's what it should be with states. That way, if they do something you don't like, you could get the heck out and go to another state. Likewise, if somebody here, little fairy, doesn't like the way we do things in this country, you know, they can move to Massachusetts, where that's the new Sodom and Gomorrah. So, check it out. This website here, a couple of them, I was just doing a search, and just like it says here, you know, in Arizona, adoption bill that gives priority to married couples has set off protests about discrimination against homosexual and single parents. So that's what they're making it. That Bill and Gaydos guys, a bunch of clowns on our local radio station, talk radio, was quickly labeling this a Republican thing and a religious thing. And he was all upset. He's probably a guy that's probably going to want to adopt kids, for all I know. I don't know a lot about his personal life, but I just don't like that guy. I could just tell he's kind of weird. And, you know, they always want to label something discrimination. You know what? Nature discriminates against two men or two women having a child. So we just want to keep it the natural order, the way God designed it. You always have to have a man and woman. You always have to have an egg, and you always have to have a seed. There's no other way to make a child. So this isn't hate speech. This is fact. You listening to this, YouTube, Google? This is fact. This is not hate speech. You know, as a Christian conservative, this is the way I want to keep our country. Our country was once very, you know, God-blessed, and why our country succeeded for almost 300 years or so. But it isn't succeeding anymore, and it hasn't been. And it's because of the decay in morals and decay in society. And these people, you know, they're trying to adopt kids. There's no reason for them to adopt kids. They want an alternative lifestyle. They want to deviate from the natural course of getting with the opposite sex and creating a family, a bloodline family, a real strong family, which the New World Order hates, by the way, and is why they're trying to break up real bloodline families by empowering the gay agenda and empowering adoption and empowering CPS, who steals most of the kids that are going through adoption. They're not orphaned kids, or I should say orphaned babies, like they always want to say to justify that they're adopting them. You know, they always say, well, should they be stuck in an orphanage and nobody to get them? No, they're not stuck in orphanages. The adoption is a very high demand already. And this is already, and with CPS already stealing most of the kids, there's still not enough babies to go around for the demand of adoption. There's a waiting list. But it's sickening to know that they're giving 1 and 2 babies to every same-sex couple, even in states where they don't allow gay marriage. Like in California, they're adopting kids to these people. And they haven't even passed gay marriage. The voters have spoken and said we want it man and woman, but yet they still adopt out to these guys. There's a YouTube channel that's just a bunch of propaganda, and they pretend to be homosexual Christians, and there's no such thing. Okay? Because if you can't be a Christian and be against God's laws, so they're not Christian. But they say they are just to promote it, just to say you could be Christian. And they adopted 2 kids. One of them Chinese girl from China. And he started looking like at other web pages like this one here, you know, overseas adoption rules getting tougher. I'm talking about the rules for China, and how in 2006, you know, also regulations about foreign adoption agencies to be registered with, you know, blah blah blah. So you don't like this because there's a lot of adoption comes from China. You know, the women, they're sold off. The baby girls are sold off. Some of them go into slavery or sex slaves in some countries, but a lot of them are going, you know, with couples here in America, even men and women couples. But a lot of them go to same-sex couples. It's just not right. You know, and the drive for stealing kids is high because of the high demand for adoption. And adopting out the same-sex couples like they do in Massachusetts, 49% of all adopted kids are given to same-sex couples. So, you know, man and women are justified if they can't conceive because they're not deviating from the natural course, how God created them. I do think that they jump to conclusions and don't give it enough time. I mean, they're like 25 and already adopting kids because they don't have trust in God to make it so they can have kids. And you'll read in the Bible, you find out there's many times where a woman was barren until she got older, and then God opened her womb and allowed her to have kids. One of them was very old. That'd be Abraham's wife, Sarah. But anyway, check these sites out. This is just sickening. This is what our country's turning into. This is not hate speech. This is my free speech, in my opinion, and this is God's laws.